My name's Annie Ashworth and I'm the director of the Stratford Literary Festival. Books with Friends started in 2015. It struck me that book groups were quite elitist, or they were usually between groups of friends who would meet in the evening and have a glass of wine. But if you are, for any reason, slightly socially isolated, a bit lonely, finding it hard to break into groups and meet people, a book group is a tremendous leveller, because if you've read the same book, you immediately share something with somebody else and have something to discuss.
I met a friend somewhere in Stratford, and I explained I'd just moved and I was looking for things to do. Unfortunately, my sight had gone downhill, and the doctor said, keep busy, keep cheerful, go out and meet people. So I really was looking for something, and I had missed reading books. I always enjoyed reading, and it was a great loss. And then she introduced me to this group, which has been marvellous. And I made good friends, and I really look forward to it. It's been wonderful for me.
It means a lot because it gets me out and I meet new people. Well, yeah, new people, and I read books that I wouldn't pick up normally. So I think it's been very good for me.
Our members all have different reasons for coming. Only this morning we've been discussing a book about a recently widowed lady, and people were talking about how that would help. One lady was able to discuss how that was relevant to someone in her family and helped her to understand the family member. And another member actually today said that it did help with mental health.
We have a really lively discussion. It's very interesting because people have very different ideas about the same book. Sometimes you're wondering if you're all reading the same book, because people are coming at it from their own point of view. It's really enjoyable.
This is my second visit, so a month, and I joined mainly because we're new to the area, and I wanted to get to know people and the culture as well of Stratford. I've got my sister also lives in Stratford, and she introduced me to the group. And I must say the first session I was quite apprehensive because I didn't know what it was going to be like, but I really enjoyed it and I couldn't wait to get back this month. And it's also introducing me to more different literature styles. I was in a bit of a rut with the sort of books I was reading.
I still feel in touch with that literary world. If you have been a reader, an enthusiastic one, it is a great loss when you lose the ability to hold a book. But at least when other people are in conversation talking about a latest book, you've read it as well.
Members obviously come for a variety of reasons. I think one thing that's quite special about Books with Friends is that 9 times out of 10 we will choose a book which is available as a download from RNIB, and that really means a great deal to people who are partially sighted and particularly our blind member. Other members have been recently bereaved, and that has helped them quite significantly as well.
The last session I've met up with again for coffee mornings, and and I'm not a very sociable person normally, so it's brought me out of my shell. And I've never joined anything like this before, and I was pleasantly surprised, to be honest.
So we set it up thinking we'd probably get maybe 5 or 6 people. We now have a membership of up to 40, which has just been overwhelming for us and wonderful in its response. We meet once a month and we have 3 groups in the day, which are moderated by Liz, who not only moderates the groups but also liaises with the members during the month. And it's a very important part of the group that we know people's circumstances, we can support them through difficult times. We've got a lot of members who've had operations or suffered bereavement or illness, and Books with Friends is more than just chatting about a book. It's actually a whole friendship network and has proved to be an enormously valuable part of the festival and an enormously important part of the community in Stratford.